Today on DNVR Buffs Live, dare I say, one of the biggest recruiting wins of the Coach Prime era has just occurred. Let's talk about it right now.
Bob Nation.
Let's go.
Squad. Never wrong, just early.
Oh, God.
Welcome in to the Toyota Lounge, driven by your Front Range Toyota stores. It is time for DNVR Buffs Live. A massive day for Coach Prime and the Colorado football program. What we talked about yesterday was just always right. It was just a matter of time until he flipped, right?
Never a doubt.
Never a shutdown recruitment, none of that.
Nope.
It's like M. Night Shyamalan wrote this recruiting story.
We tried to tell folks.
We did.
We tried to tell them.
So, to break it all down, Ben'Jarvius Shumaker, he visited kind of a surprise OV this last weekend, pops up on the radar, ends up posting his pics. Kylan Bobo's quote tweeting him. He's saying, why not? Kylan Bobo saying, why not? Barack Willis is trying to get him. And then after the show yesterday, when we talk about him, recruitment's shut down. Staying with Ole Miss. Not soon after waking up today, flipped. He's a buff. Ben'Jarvius Shumaker, a buff. He is instantly now Colorado's top commit in the 2027 recruiting class. He is the 70th ranked overall player, the 7th ranked defensive lineman from Choctaw County High School in Ackerman, Mississippi. 6'3", 270, boys.
Woo.
Big fella. Big fish. Merry Flipmas, fellas. It's that season. It's that time of year. Now, 2 SEC flips specifically from Ole Miss in this 2027 class for Colorado. You kind of mentioned at the top of that cold open, RK. This is certainly the biggest recruiting win of the summer for Colorado.
Yep.
And you can make that argument. This is one of the bigger recruiting wins of the Coach Prime era at Colorado. This is a top 100 player in the class of 2027, a top 10 defensive lineman in the class of 2027. A real just interior disruptor, man. This dude just gets after it, lining up right over your center, your guard, causing absolute havoc. This is a big get, man. I had offers from everybody, man. A&M, Bama, Texas. This is a massive get, and shout out to the recruiting staff, man. I kind of talked about it yesterday, right? Maybe as a reaction to Tyler Alexander, right? And obviously he committed today to Texas.
He did.
And obviously getting this flip is going to make people forget all about Tyler Alexander, because this is one of them ones for real. Shout out to the recruiting staff, Coach Pun, the defensive line coach.
Gunnar White?
What I've been trying to tell folks, Gunnar White really got motion right now in these Mississippi streets. And this is another Mississippi kid. He tagged Ben'Jarvius did today in his commitment, the one that you saw there on the screen. He tagged Gunnar in his tweet twice.
Yep.
That's not his position coach. That's not even a coach on his side of the ball. But clearly Gunnar played an impact on Ben'Jarvius Shumaker being a buff. This is massive.
This is really, really big. I mean, you said, I mentioned the cold open. I mean, we're talking, if you count transfers, it's getting Travis and Shador.
Yeah.
But if you just talk about freshmen, it's Jordan Seaton, Julian Lewis,
Cormani
McClain, and Ben'Jarvius Shumaker now on that list. He's a 4-star right now, but he very well could be a 5-star by the time all is said and done. And there's a difference, in my opinion, between getting highly rated skill position players and highly rated trench players.
Oh, yeah.
And Colorado has yet to hit this big when it comes to the defensive line.
Yeah.
When you watch the best teams in college football, it's those defensive lines that are making life miserable for the other team, game in, game out. And obviously, offensive line plays a big role in this too. They're recruiting the hell out of the offensive line right now. Defensive line, to me, always feels like the hardest to get. If you can get big blue chip prospects on the defensive line, that is a symptom of a program that is going in the right direction. So, in my opinion, this is a level of recruiting win that can't be overstated, and it's someone that you're gonna probably have to hang on for dear life.
Oh yeah,
for a good few months here.
100%.
This is your crown jewel. This is exactly what we talked about yesterday. This is now the crown jewel of Colorado's recruiting class. Scotty, you said something sitting down about his composite rating.
Yeah, man.
Go ahead.
I just don't think I've seen one this high, particularly for a defensive lineman recruit. His composite rating is 97, a little over 97. Like, that is...
So LaMarcus Jones, who was the top-ranked recruit, was a .89. Andre Adams is a .92.
Yeah.
This guy's a .97.
Yeah, and I mean, Cormani was a .99.
Yeah, Travis was 9s across the board too. Yep.
I mean, this is a true blue chipper.
Yep.
Playing in the interior, as you see him right here, 113 tackles last season, though. 24 tackles for
Those are
loss.
linebacker numbers, bro.
Exactly. 113 total tackles, 24 tackles for loss, 8.5 sacks. For somebody who is, again, probably seeing a ton of double teams at the point of attack as well. This is a dude's dude right here.
Watching this film, man, this is one of those ones where you come up with an injury the last practice before you have to go up against this guy.
No.
If you got to play offensive line, like, no, you're just gonna get absolutely destroyed all game.
100%, man.
I mean, again, this is heart and soul of the defense type of player. Look at him; he's constantly lining up over the ball, playing 3 technique. I mean, this is reminiscent of some of those Georgia defensive tackles, to be honest.
Sure.
How quick they are, how shifty they are, especially for their size. The word havoc's come up a lot the last couple of days. How much havoc they wreak on the defensive line. I mean, look at this guy. He's resetting the line of scrimmage. He's in the backfield. Plays are over before they even get started.
Stopped a reverse
From
the
zero.
middle of the defensive line.
Yeah. From the nose.
You sometimes hear the phrase, particularly in football circles, play strength, right? You hear 6'3", 270, and maybe you might want some more on the weight side, but dude plays so strong. His knockback, like, he is knocking people back with violent physical hands almost every play. And that's a trait of some of the elite defensive linemen, like some of these Georgia guys that you're talking about here, Jake. This is so big, man, and man, what a get.
So you mentioned it, Scotty. Tyler Alexander, he ends up committing to Texas today. He was obviously a big target for Colorado. I mean, I wonder how much that played into this, though. Like, you guys did the show last week about, the NIL budget and all that. Like, when it comes to these blue chip defensive linemen, you're paying a pretty hefty price, right?
Oh yeah.
I'd imagine there was some sort of package out there for Tyler Alexander that since he decided to go to Texas that, you got close with Shumaker already when he was here. I don't know if you just stacked it right on top or whatever it is,
that
but
offer.
You lose Tyler Alexander, and I think that's what kind of allowed you to get this commitment.
And on top of that, we can talk about it. It happened after the show yesterday, but Jaden Lindsey, a 3-star offensive lineman in this 2027 class for Colorado, flips to North Carolina. And you don't get a guy like that committed without, a little bit of something in terms of, compensation. And, when he's out of the fold, theoretically, you have more resources now to throw at this 2027 recruiting class. So I do think that has something to do with it. Both Lindsey flipping yesterday and, Tyler Alexander deciding to commit to Texas today. I don't think those events are unrelated.
Well, and all of that at the same time, he posts that he's sticking with Ole Miss.
Correct. Exactly.
And it's quite possible that Colorado,
You sure about that?
called up Tyler Alexander and it's like, hey, shoot us straight here. What's the move?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And as soon as they heard, okay, I think I'm going to go to Texas, they called back and said, hey, you know what? We can actually up that a little bit. What is this? How does this sound to you?
Yep.
For sure.
And I hope it's not all about money, but it often is in this
day and age.
era.
Yep.
Especially when you're competing for guys like this.
Yep.
Top 100 recruits, blue chip guys at positions, premium positions like the defensive line. Like, money is just going to be involved. It's going to be a factor when you're in these type of recruiting battles. And, if you're a Colorado fan, you got to feel pretty good that the fact that your program can compete in these type of recruiting battles. You know what I'm saying? Which a lot of people have been clamoring for, obviously.
Well, and I mean, you guys did the show recently about the budget, right? And when it comes to the Big 12, Colorado is a major player in the Big 12.
Oh, yeah.
But the difference between being a major player in the Big 12 and major player in the country can be
For sure.
can be an ocean, right, between them. But they've clearly closed the gap a little bit. They are clearly serious about contending at this top level for these blue chip commits.
Yeah.
And they're serious about constantly backing it up too, right? This isn't like a one-time thing. Well, we're investing strong for 2024, for 25, 20. Like, no, the ante keeps being upped.
For sure.
Showing how serious this program is about competing and getting what many people have kind of diagnosed as the quote-unquote problem or major minus or drawback with the program, and that's high school recruiting, not getting blue chip trench players on either side of the ball. Well, they're proving y'all wrong now, too.
For real. F them.
Exactly that.
And that is now 4 blue chip recruits that Colorado has in this 2027 class. Andre Adams, Jaden Kelly Murray, Ben'Jarvius Shumaker, Gabe Jenkins. 4 blue chip recruits in this 2027 class. Only Texas Tech has more in the Big 12, which is crazy because they have 12. They have 12 blue chip recruits. But Colorado's right behind them. Second most in the Big 12. That is massive. Again, sitting here in the middle of summer, June 23rd, with plenty of more blue chip targets out there on the Buffs recruiting board. I published a story today on the DNVR.com talking a little bit about Shumaker, but also talking about those other remaining targets who the Buffs have a high priority on. So this class now sitting at 16 commits is only going to get bigger here soon.
Colorado now ranks 37th in the country, according to 247 Sports. Ole Miss, 31st in the country now, according to 247 Sports.
Bro, they gotta hate Colorado right now.
I think that a lot of their fans already did, if you know what I'm saying.
For sure.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
For sure.
That puts Colorado now 4th in the Big 12. I mean, West Virginia and K-State have picked up a number of commits.
They're just stacking 3 stars.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, Colorado already has them beat when it comes to blue chippers. I don't even know if this is factoring in Ben'Jarvius Shumaker yet because it only says 3 4-stars for
How many
Colorado.
commits does it say right there? 16?
16.
Yeah, it's updated.
On Rivals, Colorado's the 35th team in the country. And I think they are 2nd in the Big 12 or 3rd in the Big 12. Again, K-State with the 3 stars and the number of commits at 24, kind of giving them a slight edge over the Buffs. But I put the question on Twitter. How much better could this summer have gone for Colorado recruiting? Scale of 1 to 10. How satisfied are you? How impressed are you?
10. It's all relative to expectation, right?
Sure.
So, yeah, could I say, like, oh, I would have wanted this guy or that guy to also commit? Yes. But if you had told me that, would you say 16?
Yep.
If you told me we were going to have 16 commits right now with several blue chip guys, a quarterback.
A quarter of those 16 are blue chippers.
Yeah. I mean, we're big boy recruiting right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the most satisfying part of it to me, and we'll see what this plan is long-term eventually.
Yeah.
But I'm seeing a long-term plan in place. And for better or for worse, to this point, every season has happened in a vacuum. 2023, a whole new roster, trying to scrape it together to figure out how to not be 1-11.
Right.
2024, now it's Travis and Jor's last year. We're all in trying to maximize this. 2025, okay, now Travis and Jor are gone. We're starting all over from scratch. Each thing has kind of existed in a vacuum, and I think for good reason. But now it feels like there's a real long-term vision being executed. Mm-hmm. And like I said, we'll find out what the actual long-term vision is or who's behind this or who's, the puppeteer. Mm-hmm. But it's comforting knowing that we're preparing for 2028, 2029, and hopefully laying the foundation for sustained success.
For sure. I'll give my answer to your question on the other side of the break here.
Yes. Tons to talk about today. Yes, we'll get to Ezra and the new eligibility rules, how he's affected by those. We'll talk Sorsby and much, much more. Shout out to our friends over at Toyota, the official vehicle of DNVR. It is a Toyota summer here at DNVR, mostly because of you, RK. Doubling up on the brand. Landy, it's called.
Oh, yeah.
How's she doing? We need an update.
Oh, she's couldn't be better.
Have we even reached 10K miles yet?
No, not even close.
Good. Well, I'd love
I
to
don't
hear
even think
it.
we've reached 1K miles yet.
Oh, so we've got lots to find out and
Yes.
learn about our Toyota and lots of destinations to go to this summer as well. You could do the same with their 17 models with available all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive, including the Epic 4Runner. Maybe you are thinking about reducing your carbon footprint and you want a vehicle that is super efficient on gas. Well, they offer more low and zero emission vehicles combined than any other automaker. They got 16 different hybrid vehicles to choose from. You can even blend them with the Tundra iForce Max hybrid truck. Visit your Front Range Toyota stores at a location near you. AutoNation Toyota, Arapahoe and Centennial, Corwin Toyota in Boulder, Groove Toyota in Littleton, Mountain States Toyota in Denver, Stevenson Toyota East in Aurora, and Stevenson Toyota West in Lakewood. Toyota is a proud partner of CU Athletics, is the official vehicle of DNVR. Let's go places.
And ladies and gentlemen, we want to hear from you. We want to know your opinions. And you're going to get a chance to win a $100 Amazon gift card just for giving your opinions. Imagine that. Take a short survey. Let us know what you love, where we can be better, all of that good stuff, and you'll be entered. We know that, obviously, because you're a fan of ours, you have great judgment and great taste.
Facts.
So we want to know where we can improve, how we can improve, what we can improve. And we'd love to hear from you, the fans. So check it out and go to thednvr.com/survey. That's thednvr.com/survey to find out how you can help us be better, help improve the product that hopefully you're taking in every single day. And in exchange for that, we're going to enter you to win that $100 Amazon gift card. So thank you guys for being a part of everything we do, and we can't wait to hear from you.
Ask me the question again.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how successful has Colorado been at recruiting this summer?
Great question, Jakey. Man, kind of like you said, RK, man, you got to, I think, take this, with some context. But for me, the number I would throw out is 9. On a scale of 1 to 10, 9. If you just told me Andre Adams gives this recruiting class such a high floor, in my opinion.
Serious juice already.
You know what I'm saying? You have a blue chip quarterback who is ultra productive, who is a great fit for what Brendan Marion wants to do offensively. You have 16 commits. 4 of them are blue chippers. 4 of them are offensive linemen. Your highest ranked recruit is a defensive lineman. One of your blue chippers, along with the quarterback, is a receiver who we are really excited about as well. Mm-hmm. You have a whole secondary pretty much already committed with some really intriguing top end talent as well. And I think the most impressive part where I talk about context, all that I just said is coming after a 3-win season.
To me, that's by far the most impressive part.
That is the most impressive part.
Yep.
I think we would have maybe expected something like this after another maybe 7-8 season, but to put this class together in the summer with the new recruiting staff, or at least at the top, after a 3-9 season, I think is the most impressive part of this. So yeah, I would go right around 9 on a scale of 10.
I mean, go ahead.
I do want to follow up on the 3-win season thing, though. It makes having success this year that much more important.
Paramount.
There's no option.
You know, if anyone's asking you right now what the hell happened last year,
mm-hmm.
You're answering that question and you're saying, hey, it was an anomaly year. We were coming back, losing our quarterback who set every record, and we lost the Heisman Trophy winner.
Coach had cancer.
I mean, you have a lot of reasons, and many of them are fair. You have to then come back this year and just show the train's back on the tracks.
Got to.
Or else you'll lose this recruiting class too. And
oh, yeah.
I mean, you a lot of bad stuff. You got to get this thing to at least 6 wins this year to be able to turn to those recruits and say, okay, look, we're here.
Mm-hmm.
You're the ones to get us to the next step.
Right.
You can't turn to this level of recruiting class and say, you're the one to save us from the depths.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Totally. I mean, you go through the entire year, you had to replace your director of player personnel. You had to, in doing that, you had to hire a director of recruiting. You had to hire 2 new coordinators.
Right.
Seriously, man, everything that could have gone wrong for this program in the last calendar year almost has gone wrong. And yet here we are. And it's just due to the perseverance inside the building, honestly, the fuck 'em mentality. Seriously. That's what it comes down to. When you just put your head down and you go to work and You can say you're putting pitches out there and stuff as well, but I think we've talked about it at length the last 3 years. Like, there's things to like about this program under this leadership, this head coach, right? And while it was kind of off the rails last year, like, once you put it all together and you kind of get things in a row and, you run the ball, like silly little things like that, like these things tend to compound, right? So it's important to build off this. It's important. You have to win games this year. There's no other choice. Otherwise, you're just going to watch all this effort crumble over the next couple months. So,
for sure. I mean, this offseason, like, this is about, like, really the recruiting staff. And obviously the position coaches, the head coach obviously play a big role in recruiting. But this time of year, it's like it's the recruiting staff's time to shine.
Yep.
And they've, in my opinion, up to this point, like, they've held up their end of the bargain. But when the season starts, when games begin, it's on the coaching staff and obviously the players on the roster to hold up their end of the bargain as well and to, complete the mission, so to speak.
Totally.
So that is where we're at right now.
That's such a great point. And, in any organization, you can have a situation where one side is holding up their end of the bargain and the other one isn't. And it's never good.
Facts.
If our sales staff was getting us epic sponsors like they always do, and we were coming out here and putting on a trash show, and the sponsors were looking at them saying, "What the hell is this?"
For sure.
We'd be getting a talking to.
Sure.
They can't have their sponsors, aka those recruits, looking at the recruiting staff saying, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Massive day for Coach Prime in Colorado. Arguably the biggest recruiting day of the offseason so far. We will talk about Sorsby, Nate. Don't worry. We'll get there. What's up with Ryan Ferdinand now, though? What happened?
Yeah, so some people have asked me in the chat. I don't know. Straight up, I don't know. And that is honestly something that the last few days of recruiting have taught me.
It's been a whirlwind.
Nobody knows anything.
Nobody knows anything.
Nobody knows anything. You might think you know some, but that can change right now. But specifically with Ryan Ferdinand, he told me specifically yesterday, and some other outlets announced it, that he was originally supposed to come in on Sunday. That obviously came and went. I reached out to him yesterday and asked him what the update was. He told me he was committing yesterday, Monday, at 3 p.m. That obviously came and went. The whole day came and went. He hasn't committed. Obviously, still keep an eye on it today. No words yet. So I don't know. I just kind of keep your eyes peeled, but no real update on Ryan Ferdinand right now.
When a company's putting on a sale, they say it's our biggest sale of the year, one day only.
For sure.
Because they're trying to drive urgency.
Sure.
And so what happens is everyone who might need a dishwasher goes in there and is like, "Oh, I got to get it today. It's the best day to get it." Yeah.
Definitely.
You go out there and you say, "I'm committing today. It's down to these two schools." All of a sudden, these other schools who have been, should we offer him? Should we not? Yeah. We like his film. They come in and say, "You know what? Maybe you shouldn't make that decision just quite yet because
100%.
We'd like to have you as well." And it delays things. So the urgency of saying you're announcing commitment, I'm assuming, resulted in him getting a little extra attention that he's got to process before he makes a decision.
Yeah. Totally. And as you mentioned with Jaden Lindsay and all that, like, things can just change on a dime. A school can just enter the picture whenever when it comes to these kids' recruitment and change everything that you thought you knew about their recruitment and where they were going. So
undoubtedly. Yeah, we'll obviously keep an eye on Ferdinand, but like I said, they're not done yet. The 25th is Thursday. Yes. Thursday. There's at least 2 Colorado targets who are committing on Thursday as well. Marquise Fennell, who we talked a lot about, the athlete, running back / receiver out of Valdosta, Georgia, and Kylan Bailey, a linebacker out of the state of Ohio, I believe, who was on a visit earlier this month. So both of them are committing on Thursday. So we'll keep an eye on that as well.
We're still waiting for Kylan Bobo as well, who has been predicted to commit to Colorado
July 1st, and I would assume that his boy Ben'Jarvius Shumaker here come in today. Probably didn't hurt those efforts.
Well, and then Barack Willis also got in too. He quote tweets Ben'Jarvius Shumaker's flip and says, "Let them sleep, brother, while we build." #up the SCO.
Let's go.
And remember, Barack was on campus this weekend with Shumaker, so sounds like they bonded a little bit. You love to see stuff like that.
Yeah, and real quick on Jaden Lindsay and in the larger picture, Stephen Alexis as well. Remember when we were having this conversation about how they wanted to get around 20?
Right.
And I said, well, that means they'll probably take around 24 because you're always going to have some sort of attrition. Like they planned for this, and we really like Jaden Lindsey's tape. I wish him the best. Same thing with Steven Alexis, but it's just that this is just how recruiting works. And I heard from the horse's mouth that someone was texting you guys this morning saying it's over when it came to the hot streak in recruiting. But this is what a great recruiting staff does.
Yeah.
You roll with the punches and then you throw another punch back, and they took two right hooks to the chin and came back with the biggest punch they've thrown yet in terms of Ben'Jarvius Shumaker. So 100%. This should immediately turn the momentum meter right back on when it comes to this class.
Without a doubt.
And, even with Ferdinand, we've talked about it, man. Receiver is just a position that
dime a dozen.
Nobody needs to fret about when it comes to this program, this recruiting staff with Coach Prime at the helm. And as it relates to Jaden Lindsey, you still have 4 offensive line commits in this 2027 class and at least 4 other targets out there who you're very high on. Antonio Barry, who we've talked about, teammates with Kylan Bobo down there in Tupelo, Mississippi. Big Nate Carson, who was a headliner of a visit a couple weeks ago. Dewey Young, who we talked about last week as well. And Bryson Hurt, who has Colorado in his top 4, another 3-star offensive lineman, interior guy from the state of Georgia. So those 4 offensive lineman guys that you're out there on as well.
Yep.
And you already got 4 in the fold. So those are 2 positions I don't think people really need to fret about when it comes to this 2027 class at this point.
Exciting day, big day. The Buffs just keep stacking days on the recruiting trail, but now the hard part kind of starts, retention.
Right.
So we'll see.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about something else that kind of relates to this team. The NCAA approved a landmark age-based eligibility model when it comes to eligibility. I mean, we've been talking about this. They've been hinting at this 5-to-play-5 thing, and that's what we got now. So earlier today, the NCAA unanimously voted to approve the age-based eligibility model, shifting away from the model that allowed athletes 4 seasons of competition over 5 years with no age restrictions. This age-based model calls for an athlete's eligibility clock up until initial full-time enrollment in college or at the beginning of the academic year following their 19th birthday, whichever occurs earlier. The cabinet's decision is not final. The meeting will conclude on Wednesday. But Charlie Baker, the president of the NCAA, said he's pretty optimistic it's going to happen. They've been pushing for this, and how it relates to Ezra and everything as well. So this is from the On3 article. It says, currently enrolled athletes with eligibility remaining after the 25-26 academic year will be allowed to apply the age-based model or continue with the previous eligibility rules, whichever is most beneficial to that individual.
That's good news.
So that is huge news.
Yeah.
It's going to be fine, it sounds like. Then.
Is he heading into year 5?
Well, I think he's currently enrolled for this school year, and he would have eligibility left based on what that sounds like.
Basically, they're making it sound like if you have already been kind of, I guess, granted eligibility, or I guess if you've, in Trinidad Chambliss' case, have won your case, or multiple players have won your case for an injunction in eligibility, you are good to go. Ezra
The problem was that Ezra was going into year 6.
So it says here 2022 San Diego Mesa College, 23-24 Fresno State, 25 New Mexico State. And so now he's headed into 26, obviously, at Colorado.
Should be good then.
Yep,
Should
that's
be
what
good
it sounds
to go.
like.
Again,
I love that.
I think no news was always good news when it came
Sure.
to Ezra.
Yeah.
And
But then I saw a Nakos tweet that said quite opposite of what you just said.
He linked this article in one of his tweets, though.
and
I
then-
know, but he goes, athletes whose 4th season of collegiate eligibility was completed by spring of 2026 will not receive additional eligibility. So this is basketball, it must be. Because he says lawsuits are expected. So athletes whose 4th season of eligibility was completed by spring of 2026. But that would be
Ezra. His 4th season was completed.
But he also had
in
a
the fall.
JUCO year, which is, I'm sure, that's what Trinidad won his case for. The 2022 season at San Diego Mesa College, that is JUCO.
I'm so confused. Those two statements not directly contradict each other?
The only thing, yeah, they do. The only thing is that if, like what you said, he's just talking about basketball there in that specific instance. But I don't know.
The cabinet, and this is so coming from the article here, the cabinet previously reiterated that for current athletes, any waivers regarding eligibility under current rules must be submitted by schools and conferences no later than July 31st. So for whatever reason, if you feel like you have to file, I guess, for an injunction to...
So I think the important part of the sentence you read is current enrolled athletes with eligibility remaining after the 25-26 academic year will be allowed to apply this model. So that would not apply to Ezra.
I guess it depends on if they're classifying JUCO under that too, though.
It's true.
Which I assume they are, but...
It feels like he's still going to have to get his own individual
We
win
might
on
be
this.
moving that way.
Yeah.
But either way.
And that obviously, if it's approved tomorrow, that would go in effect for this academic year, 26-27 academic year.
I don't have
Okay,
clarification on that.
no worries.
Hit a break and talk about this afterwards.
Yes. Shout out to our friends over at Surfside. It's also a Surfside summer out here in Colorado. We are just having the most beautiful weather in the world. The evenings are unbeatable. When the sun is setting, it's the perfect time for a Surfside. When the days get longer and the mountains call, those early hikes, weekend rounds of golf, and evenings that stretch a little later, Surfside has got you covered. Surfside's awesome. It's made with real vodka. It's only 100 calories and 0 bubbles. Probably the best part about it is how smooth it is and how refreshing it is. It's not going to get you bloated like all those light beers and everything out there. No carbonation, just a smooth and easy sip that's crisp and refreshing every single time. It's crafted with premium vodka and real ingredients, and it's become one of the fastest growing spirit brands in the country, earning major awards, including the title of 2025 Spirit Brand of the Year. So whether you're hiking, golfing, or just soaking up the Colorado sunshine, enjoy it with a Surfside. It's not a seltzer, it's Surfside. Sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Must be 21. Please drink responsibly.
And when's the last time you had Benihana? It's probably been too long.
Yeah.
But you're probably thinking to yourself, man, I love that fried rice. Man, they have some fresh sushi over there. They've got great drinks too. And right now you can go check out the 369 happy hour from 3 to 6 p.m. at both the Denver and Broomfield locations. They've got specialty rolls, cocktails, premium bites. And then, of course, you get a show with your dinner. And I feel like every time I go, you've just got a chef with a great personality who knows the tricks, always keeping it fun, keeping it light, keeping it entertaining, and then you're going to have the best fried rice you've ever had. So it's an incredible experience over with our friends at Benihana. The shrimp toss, the onion volcano. There's one with like a train. I love that one. So get over to Benihana.com. That's BENIHANA.com to make your reservation or find out more information and go get in on that 369 happy hour.
All right, so continuing to talk about this eligibility stuff, Pete Nakos did tweet out 11 minutes ago, 5 lawsuits for basketball players will be filed in the coming weeks. Quote tweeting about this thing. Also, with this eligibility change, red shirts have been eliminated.
Yeah. So I love this ruling. To me, it simplifies everything. It takes the, decisions out of sometimes the wrong people's hands.
Yeah.
And in the case of Julian Lewis last year, how stupid was it that he couldn't play in the last game of the season so that he could preserve another year of preserve a whole year of eligibility?
Yeah.
Like,
just because he played, how many plays against Delaware?
Exactly. Played a few, it was just kind of silly. Now there's you just take out all the accounting, all the bullshit, you step on campus, you got 5 years, no matter what happens. And I'm sure there will be some person who tries to apply for a medical exemption or other things like that down the road. But in terms of just the regular student who comes in and plays their college career, I just think it makes it simple. And, Buffs fans will remember a guy by the name of Tyler Hansen, who was competing for a starting quarterback job against Cody Hawkins. Cody Hawkins was, of course, the head coach's son. And it felt like every year, and maybe this is just how I remember it, but it felt like every year Cody would win the starting job coming out of camp. Mm-hmm. And then by week 7 or 8, would be struggling, and now we're going to Tyler Hansen. And Tyler ended up playing, I don't know how many games, probably less than 20 games, but exhausted all of his eligibility by the time it was his fourth year in college because he never preserved that red shirt for a whole year. So I'm sure there's many more cases like that across the country where guys haven't gotten, the full experience and the red shirt thing kind of throws it off. This just simplifies it for me.
So I hadn't really looked too much into this. So eliminating red shirts. So like in Julian's case last year, he would be a sophomore right now.
He would. But he would get to play a super senior year if he wanted it.
Interesting.
So instead of 4 to play 5, now it's 5 to play 5.
5 to play 5.
So you gain it. Yeah, everyone gained a year of eligibility.
And I think that's the right move because that's what started this all.
Or 5 to play 4. It used to be 5 to play 4. Now it's 5 to play 5.
That's what started this all, though, is because the COVID year.
Right.
Many people just thought it was unfair that certain classes got, and how it worked out was like I think the 2019 or 2020 recruiting class, one of those two, ended up having 6 years of eligibility because if you played that COVID year, it basically didn't count either way. It was like a free year, I think. Plus you got an extra year of eligibility, I think, on top of that.
It was the 19 class. Yeah.
19 class, yeah.
They
So
came in and got one, and we got one added on to the back end of ours.
yeah, so it just created a whole mess of a thing, and that's why I think they went to this model of we're just going to do away with that. We'll give you 5 years, and it's good for the game, I think. I think it's good. Obviously, with NIL, it's going to be lucrative for a lot of these players, especially the top-level ones, but I think this allows for better players, more polished players to enter the NFL whenever they're ready to.
Absolutely, and this wasn't like some crazy job, but it was like, you bring in a freshman class. Some of them play right away, some of them red shirt, some of them gray shirt. There's all these, different things, and it's someone's job to then keep track of, okay, what year, where's all this?
Right.
Now it's all just cut and dry. These guys come in 5 years from now, they will be out of eligibility, period.
Yep.
You like this, Dion?
I mean, I don't mind it. I mean, I think, like our case said, we had, 5 years to play 4, and essentially it's just getting rid of the red shirt. So, you could play 5.
Right.
So, it's not really taking away from anything, I don't think. Because if anything, if you redshirt, you're not playing besides those 3 games?
4
games? Yeah. So, I don't know. I don't think it's a bad thing. When you first said, losing the red shirt, that kind of scared me a little bit, but you're not really losing anything.
No, it's true. I just think, sometimes I'm a bit indifferent on it. Like I said, I don't know too much on it, and I'll obviously look more into it over the next couple of days and whatnot, but I just know sometimes, you're able to, use a red shirt strategically.
Yeah.
And, now that is, not really an option.
I was going to say, I think one side effect of this will be a lot of guys are brought in and essentially told immediately, you're going to redshirt.
For sure.
And, we want you to get used to your class schedule, and we want you to put on weight, and we want you to do all this. And in the past, you never felt like you were losing anything with that.
Yeah.
Now I think you're going to get guys who probably should redshirt, who will feel like I'm losing a year of eligibility by redshirting without redshirting. I want to play right away.
And to me, that's going to impact recruiting sometimes because this school might look at you as a guy that they want to redshirt right away, and this school might look at you as a guy that they want to play right away.
Yeah.
And that might impact your decision and where you go to school. So it'll be interesting. I think it's just a different wrinkle, and like you said, there will be side effects of this change, and I'm interested to see kind of if the pros outweigh the cons.
But if you think about it though, what difference would it be between that and the portal? Because with the portal being implemented now, they aren't really looking for high school guys to play in 2 years. They're looking for guys that are going to have an immediate impact. Because if not, I can get somebody out of the portal
for sure.
With
that's valid.
A little bit more impact. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't think it'll be a big difference from what the portal did to this now.
So CU Buffs 35 asks, what if you get hurt for 1 or 2 years? Do you only have 3 left? Yes. And I think one of the reasons why that they're doing this is because the idea that you shouldn't have 26-year-old players playing college football, no matter what happened to them during that time.
That's the main thing, bro. We got to get back to allowing kids chances to play and not keep on having 24, 25, 26-year-olds just clog up the system. Honestly, though. That's one of the biggest issues with the sport right now.
Yeah. No, I feel you.
And I'm guessing there'll be an international exemption to this.
Probably.
Because the clock, I believe they said the clock starts the moment that you graduate high school.
Or turn 19, whichever benefits the student athlete more.
So the 19 thing might, the Buffs had a 30-year-old Australian kicker one time. I don't think that's going to fly anymore. But there might be
start to play college football.
And that's the thing. Yes, I believe. But I know there was also an exemption in place for BYU.
Interesting.
Which,
of course,
I personally wish there wasn't. But
what can you do?
There's no I don't think there's a rule that you have to do the mission at a certain age. Yeah. I could be wrong. Excuse my ignorance if I am.
Yeah, I have no idea. But that's what we're headed.
Yeah, one last thing for me, injuries obviously is a big reason, not the only reason, but a big reason for redshirts. And I just think of a dude in his 5th year who tears his ACL in the first game of his final year. Your career's over, buddy. I mean, not
if someone
not
already
really.
used their red shirt or their medical red shirt and they get hurt their last year, they're just out of luck.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like a lot of times now, if that happens, you're able to apply for some type of red shirt.
And I don't know.
You can apply for multiple medical red shirts. But again, that's why we have guys that are playing in their 8th season this year at Oregon or whatever it was.
I get that.
Totally.
And I think that is something that it will be unfortunate for the people that it affects, but it is
we're talking about football here, man. You got to be tough. You got to be durable. I mean, the best ability is availability. What are we? I'm serious. Honestly.
I know you are.
Injuries
happen. It just
happen,
sounds so brutal.
Talking about be durable.
It's a brutal game.
Talking about be tough.
It's a brutal game.
We know.
Tighten those ACLs
Which is
up.
why these injuries happen so often and why they're such a big part of the game. And why I don't necessarily like how an injury, it's more likely now that an injury can end the college football's player's career. I think that's just a fact.
I guess.
But
still getting 5 years.
Sure.
That's the thing. I don't know, because you have 5 years, bro, and even if you tear or you get hurt, you have a big injury your last season.
Yeah. But again, it's 5 years, but if you don't play your freshman or sophomore year, now you're a junior, and you know what I'm saying? And
but I mean, at the end of the day, they're going to be like, that's on you. You should have got on the field.
No doubt. No doubt.
I don't know, bro.
Or go somewhere else. Or go somewhere else where you can play early. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I get that.
That's a good point, too. But you're not going to get it perfect, man.
Of course not. No, of course not.
And I think honestly, the current system was kind of them trying to get it perfect.
Yes.
Oh, you can apply for this exemption, that exemption, and it made things too messy. I think this is a lot cleaner.
For sure.
Let's just hit Taco Tuesday real quick. It's a great day here at DNVR because we got to try some Taco Bell.
Fire.
Check it out. Happy Taco Tuesday again from DNVR. This is different. First off, it looks incredible. It smells incredible.
Bust this open.
These are fajita street chalupas. I mean, we got real cilantro on here. Little onion garnish. Yeah, the sauce.
This thing is thick. 2 C's.
Pause.
2 C's.
The sauce is already smelling and giving me quesadilla sauce
delicious.
vibes. Yeah. You ready?
The most mouth-watering street chalupa remix yet, brother.
I'm going in, Scotty,
Let's
if you
get
want
in.
to tell them about it.
Let's go, man. I'm going no sauce because I got to get the real first. You feel me?
Yep. They did
Wow.
it again.
Wow.
You got a double tortilla wrap. You got some slow roasted chicken. I mean,
Chicken's fire.
some
all the
onions in there.
flavors in there.
Jalapenos too.
What a
Talk about
treat.
hooking
Did
it up
it
again.
Did it again.
They did.
Shout out to the squad at Taco Bell,
The
man.
homies.
Love me some Taco Tuesday. Hey,
dog.
chill. Yeah, I got
That's
you.
insane.
Okay. Talk about Sorsby. You thought it was over. What were you gonna say?
It's never over, bro.
It's just beginning.
Today, the NFL has decided they will not be holding a supplemental draft in the year of 2026. League officials said they believed it would ultimately become a distraction to teams as they begin training camps. An NFL source, this is from ESPN, their article on the case from Pete Thamel and Adam Schefter. Quote, his application carries with it a lot of issues. Core of the game integrity issues, an NFL source told ESPN.
Yeah.
Wow.
You should read the full letter that the NFL sent Brendan Sorsby.
Can we do an excerpt?
Yeah. I mean, you can.
Oh,
But-
shit, I had it. Hold on. I'll find it.
I'll hit you with the TLDR. The NFL said, first of all, you're an idiot. Second of all, we are nobody's side chick. Because they were like, the NFL was your backup plan? That's literally, like, it basically says that in the article. Like, you only came here after you tried to sue the NCAA, and, like, it's crazy. It is a very strongly worded letter, not like, thanks for your application, but no thanks.
I want to hear some of it.
It's intense.
All right. This is like halfway through it. The NFL, as you said, they kind of laid it all out. They go into detail here, though. The league does not have the complete record of the NCAA's investigation, and you did not provide any such materials with your petition, of course, addressing Brendan Sorsby. Available information nonetheless indicates that over the course of your collegiate career, you knowingly engaged in repeated and significant violations of NCAA rules designed to preserve the integrity of athletic competition. Reported conduct includes placing wagers on your own team and teammates, and, to avoid detection, establishing or funding accounts in the names of intermediaries who place bets on your behalf. There are also reports that you may have violated state criminal law, which we have been talking about since this thing started. Thank you, NFL. One more paragraph. Your petition does not address these matters, nor does it demonstrate accountability for your conduct or indicate whether or how you would adhere to the league's rules and policies governing the integrity of competition. Instead, even after receiving notice of the NCAA's decision rescinding your college eligibility in May, you sought to avoid the consequences of that determination through litigation rather than accepting responsibility for your actions, and you pursued entry into the NFL only after abandoning those efforts.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's go.
Thank you.
Justice.
His ass.
Yeah, they were not playing around. I mean, so this feels like a major misstep on the Sorsby camp. I think they thought that filing for this supplemental draft
For sure, a petition to apply.
was merely paperwork.
And that's what I was like, what did they send in this application then? They must not have said anything to help their case.
Well, in the letter, it says that basically all they said was, I was ruled ineligible by the NCAA, and I've exhausted all of my options trying to play there. So now that I can't, this is my next option.
Wow, yeah.
But like,
misstep.
I
for
think
sure.
that the NFL was sitting there expecting to receive an apology, a plan for how you're going to avoid this.
I'll never do this again.
Exactly.
At least some type of remorse.
A remorse for
Yeah.
what you did. And I love that they pointed out in there, at no point did you ever take accountability for your actions.
Never.
You just
Yes.
sought ways to get around the punishment.
Yeah.
Yes.
It sounds like the most like common sense response ever. Like, what do you mean, bro? You didn't. Why would we trust you?
Exactly right.
And of course, now Sorsby's lawyer has responded saying that this is a violation of the NFLPA, and they're going to sue them.
Gang, he said it is a violation of the law.
Bruh.
Violation of the law? What about your client? You're
just-
violating the law.
You're already looking up in this from this hole that you dug. The NFL saying, "Sorry, you're stuck in there," and you're hold on, let me dig this a little further.
Well, also, the
Man.
NFL's a private entity. They can clearly do whatever they
whatever
want,
they
as
want.
we've learned over the last 2 years.
It is a privilege to be
Yeah.
a part of their league.
Yeah,
Not all right.
that's what it said. Did
Really,
we
they
read
said
that
in
part?
it?
Yeah.
Oh.
There was a part that says like Commissioner Goodell maintains the belief that it is a privilege to play in the NFL.
Facts.
Next,
That's just the truth.
final paragraph is, as Commissioner Goodell has emphasized, participation in the NFL is a privilege that carries with it significant responsibilities, including accountability. By all accounts, you are a talented player with the potential for future success. We encourage you to focus on preparing for possible entry in the NFL through the 2027 NFL Annual Draft.
Hey, y'all ever used to watch Key and Peele?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember the what Obama, he did like the anger translator?
I don't remember that one.
Oh my god,
The anger
wow, bro!
translator?
Yes, bro. Like Obama would like, I don't know. Obviously, they're doing the skit, but like Obama would say something, and the other guy would be like his anger translator and basically say what he really meant to say, like he wanted to say that he couldn't
Yes,
say
now I know what
because
you're
he's the
talking
president. Like I'm just reading that. Like literally, Goodell at the end there is like, you worried about the wrong thing, Playboy. You need to worry about staying out of jail. You don't need to be thinking about the NFL. That's just made me think about that. That's hilarious.
But- within that letter from the NFL, they're telling him like, "Hey man, chill.
Yeah.
Like, take some accountability. Build
some
a
time
plan
away.
for how you're going to recover from this addiction.
Right.
You know, all this stuff. And you turn around and be like, this is a violation. We're about to sue you. And like,
My
you think
rights.
you think that that's going to help the situation? Oh man, the whole Sorsby situation really screams entitlement,
Yeah.
and it's not going to end well for him.
It's a lack of planning and, frankly, intelligence in some parts,
Yes.
honestly.
Well, and I kind of feel bad for him because he has a team on his side.
Sure.
They're all pressing all the wrong buttons
They're
too.
misleading.
Totally.
And he's the main culprit for a while this is happening, but he's got some people giving him really bad advice along the way.
Totally agree. Pete Nakos earlier today from Texas Tech Board Chair Cody Campbell's recent statement on Brendan Sorsby, quote, Brendan Sorsby will not be a part of the Texas Tech football team this fall.
That was
So they doubled down that we're not taking Sorsby.
because there was a second there where I was like, here we go again.
I know.
He can't go to the NFL, then he go back.
Yeah, because I was like, did he like throw this application to the NFL to like try and get denied so then he could try to go back to college?
Right.
But I think if he's playing in college, it's going to be FBS or FCS. Sorry,
Might
or
be NAIA.
Yeah.
NAIA, JUCO, potentially even like the UFL.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's kind of cracking this year. The UFL was.
I
this
mean,
season.
record number of players got tryouts for the NFL from the UFL.
The thing for him though that I would caution against playing in the UFL is I don't think he's very good.
I agree.
And so if you're a first round draft pick playing in the UFL, you would be expected to dominate.
Well, RK, that is an opinion that Brendan Sorsby isn't very good because there are some people who think that he is very good.
Well, yes, it is an opinion.
There are people who think he's good. Who was that yesterday? You quote retweeted it.
The crazy guy in Get Up or whatever. I don't know who that was. First time I saw him, but that was insane.
But what did he say that this is a better prospect than who?
He said he has like a higher ceiling than Ty Simpson and Fernando Mendoza, which
Who was just the number one overall pick in
we
the
watched
draft.
them play at a very high level in the college football playoff
Yeah.
last year.
He's nowhere near Mendoza.
No, not even close.
And this is probably another rhetorical question. Does he get drafted in the 2027 NFL draft, Brendan Sorsby?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think that he has made some major missteps that are going to cost him a lot of money. He's gonna get an opportunity in one day in the NFL.
Sure.
But you know, a lot of the NFL draft is branding and marketing.
Oh, yeah.
And his brand has taken a almost,
Yeah.
a hit that could blow it out entirely.
Well, if he just did this from the get-go and applied from the supplemental draft and actually, like they said, showed some remorse, maybe had like an actual plan as opposed to suing and throwing a temper tantrum at every step, I think the NFL would have been much more open to holding a supplemental draft,
Yeah.
Yes.
maybe kind of helping him out. But the fact, again, like we talked about this for weeks, the fact that criminal like investigations almost need to happen. Like this is true integrity of the game type of stuff.
Yep.
On top of everything else, like the NFL is not going to mess with that, dude.
Yeah, and the NFL has to be very careful in situations like this because you go to an NFL stadium and you're seeing big banners for betting companies all over the place.
Sure.
Right.
And when they decided to take that money, which it's a lot of money, of course they were going to take it. They also had to they probably had internal conversations about how serious they have to be about preventing this type of stuff from getting into the game. And I mean, we saw Calvin Ridley get suspended for a year.
Mm-hmm.
We saw, Ini Uwazurike for the Broncos get suspended for a year. Like they've put the hammer down pretty hard on this type of stuff. And in a way, they're suspending Brendan Sorsby for a year right now,
Yeah.
True.
which they didn't have the power to do in any other way but this.
And I like that statement from the NFL too, the beginning part that you read, Jake. Like, they're really looking out for all 32 NFL teams, like just not even allowing them to go down that road of potentially opening themselves up to the biggest distraction maybe in the NFL this year.
And Todd Monken talked about it a few
For
weeks
sure.
ago.
Like, you bring in Brendan Sorsby, you draft him in the supplemental draft, whatever, you bring him into training camp. That's going to be the biggest storyline
Takes over your team.
for your team.
Yeah.
For a guy that you took in the supplemental draft, who you probably have no expectations of actually even playing this year or next year.
Right.
And that I'm glad that the NFL came down this way, honestly.
Absolutely.
What's next?
What's next is the most obvious Houston Gambler player of all time.
Bro, I mean, if I'm owner of the Houston Gamblers, I'm on the phone all day today.
That would be amazing.
It would be unbelievable. And they should put out a tweet.
Totally, absolutely. Why not?
Nobody welcomes Brendan Sorsby more than the Houston Gamblers.
You know who their head coach is?
Who?
Kevin Sumlin.
No way.
It's a great example.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I bet he knows a thing or two about a parlay.
We could do fill in the blank. I got the ratings for CFB 27 if you want to talk about those.
Let's talk about those.
Any guesses where Colorado comes in overall wise?
I think I said 82.
Okay.
84.
They're 81 overall. Or I'm sorry, yeah, 81 overall. Offensive rating is 81. Defensive rating, 82, actually.
Okay.
Georgia Tech.
These are just team rankings so far. We don't have player rankings.
Yeah, these are just overalls. I don't think we have the breakdown.
and
yet.
they're 7th in the Big 12. Colorado.
Yeah,
is.
this isn't organized in any way that makes sense, so I wish I could go through the entire list. I know K-State's around there.
Texas Tech. So the order is Tech in the Big 12. Texas Tech, BYU, then Houston, then Oklahoma State, then Arizona,
What are we doing?
then Arizona State, then Colorado.
They have Oklahoma State as an 85?
83.
Oh, 83. Why
Yeah.
did they do this?
85
This is
offense.
messing me
85 offense. So yeah, the second best offense in the Big 12, Oklahoma State, according
on,
to
bro.
NCAA.
up. Georgia Tech, 78 across the
Wow.
board.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah,
For a 9-win team last
for a
year?
9-win team.
Damn.
That would put them second to last in the Big 12,
Holy.
according
Northwestern,
to the game.
79 overall, 80 on offense, 78 on defense.
Oh, come on, Buff. Start 3-0, please, for the love of God.
They probably gonna have Aiden Childs decent on the game.
Yeah,
I can see that.
yeah,
They don't like
Chip
when
Kelly
players
calling plays.
underperform multiple years in a row.
they really don't.
It's true.
Like,
He might get the
go look at like
Chip
what
Kelly bump.
Anthony Richardson will be in Madden this year.
Oh,
They're gonna
yeah.
have him like a 68
Might be too high.
because I think he was a superstar dev in the first
Wow.
as a rookie.
Yeah, I can see that.
They don't like when you make them look bad.
That's what his whole
So, you
case
ain't gonna
was
get me
sold on.
again.
Just looking through these, trying to find the lowest ranked.
Houston Gamblers fans in the chat have chimed in saying they don't want him.
I don't know if they have a choice in
They
that.
said we good. The highest ranked unit in the Big 12 according to the game. No surprise.
Texas Tech's defense.
Texas Tech's defense.
What is
With
it?
90.
Overrated. I'm dead ass.
They got BYU at the top offense in the Big 12 at 86.
Yeah, Bachmeier's probably gonna be nasty.
Yeah, facts.
So it looks like Iowa State and Kansas are the lowest ranked teams at 77 in the Big 12.
Yeah, that's appropriate.
Everyone, put vibes towards a Harry Kane first goal, please.
Yes,
get
we
it.
need it. We need it.
Hooray.
Harry Kane.
Where
someone
did
asked-
Haynes King end up? Is
I'm
he,
looking
is
it
he
up.
on the...
He's on the Panthers.
Okay, all
The
right.
Ghana uniforms are sick.
Yeah,
Ghana's
it's
like
gold.
they've
I
made
feel like
some
they
noise.
I feel like they always have the best unis.
They've made some noise for the last 3 or 4 World Cups.
Yeah. I think they beat us in the knockout stages one year.
I think so. And they had they were in that game against Uruguay where Suarez blocked it with his hand on the
Oh
goal
yeah,
line.
that was the same year I think, the year
Yeah.
that they beat us.
And then they sailed the penalty kick right after, right over the top.
Where is this again?
Isn't this
Foxborough?
at Boston
Boston.
Stadium?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
All right.
Well, good stuff, boys.
We
That was
will do
fun.
fill in the blank at some point this week.
Bro, if
Promise.
Sorsby goes to the Gamblers, I'm getting a jersey.
That John is going triple platinum if he goes
Yeah.
to the Gamblers.
Yeah. I'm pulling up to the tables in Vegas with my Sorsby Gamblers jersey on. Go crazy.
You're gonna just get the casinos focusing in on you from the
Yeah.
moment you come in.
How many Texas Tech fans do you think bought Brendan Sorsby jerseys after he transferred?
I'd
in?
I
hope
wonder if
not
they
last
released
season.
those. I bet a lot if they were available.
For sure.
All right.
Okay, Nate, I see you on the draw. I see you.
We are out of here for today. What a show. Wow, that was fun.
That was fun.
Oh, yeah.
It's nice when we have a lot of stuff to talk about.
Absolutely, it is. Stay tuned. Hopefully another big week. We got commits coming down the pipeline here in a matter of days as well. We got you covered here. Hit the thumbs up on your way out. Let's go Buffs.
Let's go Buffs, baby.
We all silly like the mayor.